Good evening. It is 11 o'clock-ish. It is Thursday night, January 24th, 2019. This is Pop Culture Review asks, what kind of day has it been? I am Mike from Pop Culture Review. Follow me on Twitter at Pop Culture Review, and then on Instagram at pop_culture_review. And please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ring that bell too, so you get all of the notifications when we go live, when we post these videos. We do daily download, we post any interview videos. Let this be your one-stop shop for not all the news, but what we think is the important news. And we wouldn't do you wrong. We wouldn't do you dirty. We don't have too many items on the docket tonight. We've got some TV news, we've got some movie news, and then we'll get you on your way. All right, we do this every night, or pretty much every night during the week and on Sundays. And let's see what we got. I'm actually shuffling my order here only because I think for people that are likely to watch this, this will be hashtag relevant to your interests. We have some casting news that came out tonight from TV Line reporting it. Handmaid's Tale, currently in production on season 3. The Elizabeth Moss starring vehicle, Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, has added Chris Maloney and Elizabeth Reeser, who you most recently saw in The Haunting of Hill House. But Chris Maloney, obviously a long-time stabler from Law & Order SVU, currently starring on Happy on Sci-Fi. The two of them have signed on for a guest starring role in season 3 of The Handmaid's Tale. Maloney will play Commander, I have it here, Commander Winslow, and Reeser will play his wife in the guest starring arc. Along with that news, this actually was announced, I think, a couple days ago, but Bradley Whitford, who joined the show at the end of season 2, has been officially promoted to series regular. So all you Chris Maloney fans out there, I know you are out there. This is big news for you. If you haven't watched Handmaid's Tale before, you should. It's excellent. But now maybe this is your time and your excuse to get on board. And so big news. So that came out, just saw that tonight. So that's interesting stuff. Reporting earlier today, Deadline had an exclusive that Resident Evil, which is a series of horror movies based on a Capcom video game, actually, that originally came out in like the 90s. Interestingly, Resident Evil 2, a remake of the original PlayStation video game, actually releases tomorrow. It's actually the big release this week for video games. So good timing here. But Resident Evil, that zombie horror franchise, is actually coming to TV. Deadline reported this exclusive that Resident Evil is hit television. They have learned that Netflix is developing a scripted series based on the hit action horror franchise. It will be a Netflix global original. So you horror fans out there, if you're looking for more of a horror TV fix, you're going to get it in the Resident Evil series. Stay tuned to PopCultureReview.com. We'll be reviewing Resident Evil 2, the video game, in the next week or so. We'll be cracking it out over the weekend. I did not get an advance copy of it, so we'll be playing it over the weekend and next week, and then doing a write-up of it. So stay tuned for that. So good news for you horror fans. Super Bowl news. You know, this is the time of the year when we start getting a lot of commercial news for the Super Bowl. Coca Cola announced today that it will not air a ad during the Super Bowl. Instead, it is going to air a 60-second ad right before the national anthem and kickoff, in lieu of doing any ads during the Super Bowl. This will be, I think, the first time in 11 years, I think I read, that they will not have a commercial during the Super Bowl. So that's pretty interesting. Why, you ask? Well, because CBS this year is asking between $5.1 million and $5.3 million for commercial packages. Those are like 30-second spots, that kind of money. There are a lot of statistics out there that Super Bowl ads, while extremely popular, and a big reason that people watch the Super Bowl, especially if you're not a football fan, it's this cultural phenomenon because of the commercials, or a large part because of the commercials. There are a ton of statistics out there that show actually Super Bowl ads don't actually, in the end, really help you at all. So yeah, Coca-Cola is taking that to heart, and they're going to just do their one ad, which must be substantially cheaper. Though I can't imagine the commercial right before the kickoff of Super Bowl is that much cheaper, but it must be at least significantly cheaper. The article I read did not have the prices, what this will cost Coca-Cola versus doing an ad in-game again at that 5 million mark. But there you go. So if you're a big Coca Cola commercial fan, and the commercial will focus on inclusiveness and diversity. That is going to be the theme of we are all one person together kind of kumbaya theming. So if you're into that and Coca-Cola is your jam, I'm a Diet Coke guy, you want to make sure you're watching the Super Bowl right before Gladys Knight sings the national anthem. Last item on the news line is USA Network has ordered to series a show called Briar Patch. This will star Rosario Dawson, which is why it made news. It's based on a series of books by, which are books I have not read, or else I would know who wrote it. Who did write it? Oh, Ross Thomas. That's who wrote it. Ross Thomas wrote a series of novels. This season 1 will focus on, I guess, the first novel, which is also called Briar Patch. I like Rosario Dawson. I'm a fan of her from the Marvel superhero shows, which she starred on all of them or guest starred on all of them. You also know her from, I don't know, she's been in a ton of movies. But yeah, so new USA yesterday announcing the ending of Suits. Today announcing the straight to series order for Briar Patch. So there you go for your next big USA show. In the movie side, this was coming from EW, but this was actually started on Twitter. Jeff Bridges, who back in 1998 starred as the dude in The Big Lebowski, he dropped a cryptic note on his Twitter feed today, a little video, basically him in the dude outfit, saying that you can't live in the past, man. And stay tuned for February 3rd. So the idea is here that everyone is thinking there's going to be some kind of Big Lebowski related commercial starring him during the Super Bowl. So if you are a Big Lebowski fan, and really, honestly, who's not, then you definitely want to make sure you're checking out the Super Bowl, if nothing else, probably for that commercial. I can't imagine anything else that's going to be dropping on that day that's not Super Bowl related. So Jeff Daniels coming back into the spotlight. No idea what that's about, though. If that's going to be just a commercial hawking a product, if that's going to be some other Big Lebowski related thing, I don't know. And the very last thing on our snippet tonight is Matt Smith, who anyone who knows me knows he was my favorite Doctor on Doctor Who, the 11th Doctor. Other people put David Tennant ahead of him. Those people are wrong, but I still love them anyway. He has signed on to a movie called Morbius, which is actually Jarde Leto starring project. Matt Smith starred in that. Morbius is a Marvel comic book character, one of their lesser known ones. This is going to be a Sony production, so that think Venom, think Spider-Man, which makes sense because Morbius got his start in Marvel as a villain to Spider-Man. He was a scientist, Dr. Michael Morbius, who was trying to cure a blood disorder that he had and ended up making himself a vampire. He spent, I guess, the first part of his comic book history, he was a villain and then kind of evolved into a anti-hero, not unlike Venom, kind of trying to deal with his new reality of what he is and, trying to find a place to live within that. So no word yet on what role Matt Smith will be playing, though it was said to be a big role. But yeah, so Matt Smith joining the Jarde Leto project Morbius for Sony. And that movie is in pre-production, I believe. So that's it for us for tonight. Their Sundance Film Festival is going on now, so expect some crazy news coming out from there on the movie side over the next couple days. And we will be back tomorrow to talk movies for the weekend. We will talk TV tomorrow night, which is all shit. And we will just help ease you into your weekend. I hope you guys have a great night. Again, make sure you follow me on Twitter at PopCultureReview. Follow me on Instagram at pop_culture_review. And please like this YouTube channel. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I don't care if you like the channel. You can hate watch me. Throw shit at the screen. That's cool. Just like it, though, because I need subscribers so I can do fun things with my YouTube channel, which you will enjoy, I hope. Anyway, so yeah, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also hit the little bell so you get notifications so you can actually watch things when I put them up. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.